Hello, good evening, and welcome to another sim broadcast here in Live for Speed tonight for round 3 of the 2025 season 2 of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race. It's the 366th ever event in this championship, and tonight we're at Westhill National Reversed with the FAIK TOPO Cup S3 mod. I'm Peter Butcher, and joining me in the commentary box for tonight, it's Eoin Harmon. Eoin, how are you doing?
Good evening, Pete. It's another new month. We're heading into autumn now, but nevertheless, round 3 of RTFR for season 2 should be absolutely brilliant.
It should. Season 2 will be a 10-round championship to wrap up the year. Next time out is going to be with another mod, the Prototype 2 Aston North Reversed. That is going to be pretty epic with that car. We've seen plenty of prototype action at Aston, but Aston North is a true test of the driver's ability. But tonight we're going to be talking about the FAIK TOPO Cup, which is the second time we have used this mod in the RTFR Championship. My apologies. Prototype 2 is RTFR Excel next week. It'll be a different mod at Aston's North Reversed in 2 weeks' time. It'll be the Skoda, one of the Skoda mods actually for that, the Ferrat Vampire RSR, which will be an interesting one. So my apologies. But yes, tonight the FAIK TOPO Cup 1.6 litre inline 4 front wheel drive configuration, weighing just over a ton with 180 brake horsepower, and this is a mod by Donado, so thank you very much to him for putting it together. We've seen this before. It's been a while, but I seem to remember it was a pretty great race.
Yeah, certainly I'd have to think about it, but yeah, Rony provided the archive. So yeah, it does have the advantage of slick tires. Like it looks like a fairly regular road car, but of course the slick tires plus the souped up interior with the roll cages and all that, so that will give it a little bit of racing pedigree. I think it should be able to race fairly cleanly, especially if you can get your braking just right.
Indeed. So yeah, that's the car that the driver's going to be using tonight, and here's the track. It's the infield edition, the National Reverse configuration, 4.4 kilometers, 2.7 miles, the latest addition to the Westhill circuit, and we're going to enjoy 18 laps of racing, around about 35 minutes if our time is correct, and that'll be happening in about a minute and a half's time, which gives us just enough time to talk through the Drivers' Championship standings. This is where the points are, this is where the prize money is at the end of the season, and it's currently Sidus Gabba leading the way with 52 points, quite a way ahead of Manchester at this stage of the championship with 2 rounds done. Manchester there, then Michael Malik, Rony Grompush, Thamuli, Wannabe Clown, Sufor, Yoni Katilla, TJ and Rex are the top 10. With Lorenzo, Onifus, Twincam, Mandula, Zesty, Rid, Martin Kapal, Hachiroku, Gabri, and VM Magic, your top 20. And yeah, a large number of drivers already scoring points in just the first 2 rounds of the championship. There are the final 17 names. And yeah, so Gabba is pulling away out front. And let's see if he's done it again in qualifying, shall we? Because here are the results just in. It's Yes Motorsports Vitalis Lagutskas going under the pseudonym of Laguga tonight, who has put it on pole position. Whether he will start the race is another thing entirely, but it is Gabba in P2. Championship leader starting in P2 ahead of Twincam, who has put in a run of good performances over the last few weeks.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. Of course, he got the best ever result for a Republic of Ireland driver recently, and he put on an almighty show for us earlier in the campaign. So Yeah, definitely one of our drivers to watch as the leaves begin to fall here in the Northern Hemisphere.
Indeed. Finding form and out-qualifying Sidus Unite, who takes up P4. Then Michael, Malik, Ruby, Teemu Soini, Samet, Thamuli and Rony, your top 10. A decent turnout tonight. 25 drivers qualifying for this one, and everybody within the 105% time. So some competitive lap times out there for the start of the race. We are overdue a restart, so the drivers should be getting ready any minute now. I think actually we're waiting for a driver to rejoin, having just left the session after qualifying. Just a few drivers wanting to rejoin in, but I think the drivers are getting more impatient than Rony is at the moment, but we'll give him a moment to get going. While we say that if you stick around after the broadcast, we have some news. We've got an announcement to make, which has been hopefully kept relatively quiet, but yes, we have an announcement to make just after the race tonight, so stick around for that. I'm sure we'll drop a reminder in just before the results for you all to stick around. But yeah, Owen, we are having a restart. Please take us away for the grid. Round 3 is go.
Yeah, certainly is go. Matt Jaster towards the back of the pack, sneaks into the pits, but hopefully he's back in time before we go to obey the race green, race clean motto. Let's see if he can make it in time, but it is Laguskas. He is on the grid. He will take that record 20th pole position that gets him further up the all-time list, and he's away. Gabor will block Twin Cam with his Dia Gwich license plate, so yeah, that means hello Oswego, if you want to know.
Okay, good to know. Up to start finish go the 22 drivers that have elected to start the race.
Yeah, on the inside in the turquoise. That's a really good move. Sidus Unite had no preparation for that, but of course the run down to turn number 2, it's a very hard angled left-hander, so yeah, everyone has to be really careful now.
Yeah, it's quite an array of colours we've got tonight. Many drivers electing for solid colours rather than custom liveries for this car.
Oh, the 3 wide there. Oh yeah, contact Michael, and that's Ruby wide, so he's going to fall out of the top 10. So many drivers through. A slider there. Ooh. It's LG Meese. Oh, it's our colleague LG Meese, who's in the gravel trap for just a moment.
Yeah, he's pushed somebody into the gravel. I think that was Majesta that he managed to collect, as we've got Gutskas now being pushed around the circuit by Gabba. Gabba in a very striking black and purple Sidus livery, which they've clearly ripped from another car and slapped on there, and it doesn't fit at all. Although, no, I think the car has been updated and the skin for it hasn't, so that's quite interesting. Yeah. So there we go, an artifact of an update to a mod where the skin hasn't been remapped. Haven't seen that before. There we go.
Yeah, good to know. Good to know from our liaison Elmo. But now in the midfield, look at this, cars everywhere. Molina is ahead of Yari Katila, but Rony is through on the inside. He's got one more turn to take. Turn 10, he's got to take this high side, watching each and every moment in the mirror if Yari counter-attacks, but no, he's not. So Rayman is going to give him a bump draft. Monty McCarry is going to watch on, and then we have 3 wide just behind with Yunus, Martin Kapal, and Hermani, I think, as well. Yeah. So this is going to be mad into turn 1. So many drivers needing to time their overtakes. Oh, big understeer wide. That could be. I think it's Sobus. It's Sobus who's gone wide.
He's gone off. He's live on Twitch. He's not sending us his feed, but he is live on Twitch. So catch him there. As we've got Unite and Thamuli side by side down the back straight. This is the battle for P5. Unite's nose ahead at the moment, and it looks like we're side by side for the lead. Gabba's got a nose alongside Lagutskas. He's had a look. He's going to have another look on the exit. And notice that Twin Cam is right there as well. He's really holding his own against the championship leader. That's impressive from the Irishman.
Yeah, absolutely superb here. Oh, contact! That's Laguskas sent into a wiggle, and Gabor, I'm sure he realized what was happening and he just backed out for a fraction of a second. But anything to put off the race leader, starting from Paul Laguskas. Twin Cam will certainly revel in that opportunity if they knock another few digs into each other. So this is a very fascinating outcome as lap 3 is almost upon us.
It is indeed. As the drivers come around the penultimate corner, it is nose to tail for our race leaders, and I think Gabba is going to be lining up a move here down the home straight. Lagutskis obviously very, very experienced. He is going to have everything covered off on his end, but yeah, he was quite close to get the full effect of the slipstream there. Has to go in for a second like try at that, and he's going to be on the outside line for turn one, which is less than ideal. So Lagutskis may well hold on here.
Oh, a bit of understeer there for Gabor, and that allows Lagutskis to defend his line a bit more thoroughly, and that allows Twin Cam to catch right up. Michael Malik's a good 2 or 3 seconds behind, so it's a three-way battle for the win as things stand.
Yeah, you couldn't quite see it from that camera angle, but there is Twin Cam lurking at the back. We've got a three-way fight for the lead, and if the two out front aren't careful, Twin Cam could just snatch this away from the both of them. And there you go, Twin Cam alongside Gabba. Not something we say all that often, but happening today.
Yeah, big hairpin corner there to get us into the national layout. Very misleading corner if you don't approach it with respect, especially in reverse. Now turns 4 through 7 coming up here. There are very tight corners. Got to get right on the apex to stand any chance. Here comes the double, and now one more braking zone here for 6, and then 7 is this one has just gone by actually. Now turn 8, nice and gentle curve going uphill, and there's no separating these three.
No, absolutely not. This is amazing. We don't often see Twin Cam so in the mix, but that is what is happening. As Teemu Soini is running very well. P7 at the moment for him. That's a nice change too. Currently chasing down Thamuli. And Thamuli also live on Twitch. You can check him out at Thamuli_. There's his onboard for you to enjoy. We've also got Martin McCarry on the inside of Yari, Owen.
There we go. Yari does have the overspeed he needs, and fastest lap confirmed there by Twin Cam, a 1 minute 46.52. That's really, really impressive, but he has to keep it up.
He does indeed. Martin McCarry there not able to quite get ahead of Yari on the home straight. Lost a bit of momentum out of the final corner and finds himself back where he was. Martin Kapala's left the race. Not sure what happened there.
Oh, no.
Potentially hardware related. I know he's been having some trouble with his new hardware. Won't mention the brand. But there we go. And, well, look at this. The Lagutskis, if anything, is being allowed to slip away. Gabba will have to pay attention to Twin Cam. They both will have to pay attention to Twin Cam. Fastest lap on the previous time around for Twin Cam. Someone's had their Weetabix.
Yeah, very much so. Let's see now if there's any way through for a change of position on the podium. Perhaps this is the zone of the circuit where you can't overtake unless you're already going much quicker. I can't imagine any mistakes into turn 9. It's a more forgiving corner the other way around, in my opinion anyway. I think you have a better judge of it. Head downhill. So it is equally matched between these three, with lap 5 just about to begin.
Yeah, out of the final corner they come, and Gabba is still pretty close. He's pushing Lagutskis. He's trying to push him away from Twin Cam. So an alternative strategy there for Gabba, and that is quite the advantage that they're picking up down the home straight. It's a touring car, so they can push all they like, and well, it looks like that has worked quite well. Twin Cam's slipstream opportunity was not there.
We'll go back to them in just a moment because Rayman has caught our eye here. He's down the inside of Yari, watching out for Martin McCarry in front of him, hitting the brakes especially hard. So that's a beautiful overtake by Rayman to secure himself 14th position. I was just going to say the fastest lap was a dead heat there between the leaders thanks to that bump drafting technique. 1 minute 46.26 for both drivers in that one lap.
Yeah, so after 4.5 laps of racing, it's Lagutskis who leads by 0.3 of a second over championship leader Gabba, and well, Twin Cam running third place solidly, a decent chunk ahead of Michael Malik, almost 4.5 seconds, and then Gabba's teammate Unite, sliding his way into the double left-hander, is currently P5. We've got Thamuli there, P6, battling with, or trying to defend rather, from Team Eoin, and then a train of 4 cars to round out the top 10 with Sobis at the back. In P11, it's T-Bug, Lorenzo, and Magic, and yeah, Martin McCarry in that sort of lime green machine at the back of a trio of green cars has some opportunities potentially to make up some places and get into that top 10. Crucially, onto the home straight, Eoin. Lagutskis has got a bit of a break.
Yeah, that's absolutely massive for the destiny of the race. Gabor can't use that bump drafting this time around, and Lagutskis breaks into the 1 minute 45s all by himself this time. That's a critical half a second advantage. But now we're looking at the other side of the divide. It's Rony looking at the outside line of Yargtilla. He's gonna ask Rayman for a bit of support here with the slipstream, but Rony on the high side, can he keep it in the division or in between the lines? Yes, he certainly can. That's one overtake for Rony. He's plotting another one down the inside of Rayman, heading into turn 2. He can get perhaps a little bit of slipstream off Molina. That'll help him into 13th if he can time his braking just right.
Yeah, 2 overtakes going on at once. Rony 2 positions in one corner if he can hold it for the
braking
braking zone.
There. Yeah, spotted on the cameras. Yeah. Molina and Martin McCarry to closer comfort. Pardon the interruption.
Yeah, and if Rony gets any closer, he could get another 2 cars here if they push themselves off the road, but he's immediately back in his battle, and there is the contact, but with Martin McCarry and Rony instead, and he's lost the place to Rayman, and he will lose the place to Yari as well. Ah, no, that was a great move undone pretty quickly there.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of miscommunication between those competitors. Martin McCarry not perhaps expecting anything in his right-hand side at all, so he just took a hit, and that took Rony's momentum away. He's going to try it again against Yari. Tiny bit of contact there. That could have been extremely heartbreaking if it got any heavier than that, but both carry on. We're going to check out the leaders together.
My.
Wow.
What happened? we look away for 1 minute and the 3 leaders are back together. It looked like it was going to be the leader breaking away, but Gabba ran the outside on Lagutskis on the brakes into turn 1, and he's through to the lead.
Twin Cam has a decision to make. Is he going to help out Lagutskis, or is he worried about his own pride and his team's honour here? Big decision to make here. I'll watch him on board, having his windshield full of opposition. Lagutskis just stuck in the middle. He can't do anything really without Gabor's prior activation of the brakes. So thankfully everyone was playing fair that time. So yeah, all changed as Lagutskis' lap wasn't great the last time around.
This is fascinating. Twin Cam must feel like a fish out of water right now. Wow.
Yeah, I must feel so satisfying that he is fighting with some of the elites of the Rony's Tuesday fun race competitor list. And Mandula made the point in our Twitch chat that Unite's ride height, he's running an extreme rake, something you see out of 2021 F1. The way the car, the back end is facing very high, and then the nose is pointing down. Very, very unusual setup choice from Unite, but I suppose now we can actually study it on camera. I wonder what the benefit of that is.
Well, I suppose it gives you more wing angle, and it will affect the aerodynamics of the car, but whether it's giving him a benefit in this battle with Michael Malik remains to be seen, as we've got side-by-side action once again between these two through the final corner. Lagutskis is pushing him again. They really don't want Twin Cam to get involved, do they? But Twin Cam keeps getting involved. They're helping each other to run away from the Born to Race driver.
Yeah, I think it'd feel like a shock, certainly not to disrespect Twin Cam, but the fact that they'd let a brand new name into the honours list, I think that's probably one thing they can agree on. They want to keep the glory to themselves, no matter which one we actually win. So yeah, that'll be a shared shock if they let someone new have a win here in RTF4. But now Rony, the organizer, the statistician of the entire statistician. Yeah, not an easy word to pronounce for me. So, the man who makes this all possible now defending from Rayman.
Yeah, don't forget that Twincam isn't a newcomer to the front of the grid. He did win win the previous round, so yeah, it's more like Twincam wants to make it 2 from 2 as Rony there now defending against the two cars he's just passed again and faces the back of Molina. McElroy, meanwhile, has dropped down quite a lot. There must have been an incident that we didn't see. I'm not sure quite what happened to McElroy, but he's out of the top 10 battle now. Oh, as Lorenzo gets a huge kick of oversteer ahead of these cars. Off onto the grass. And up past...
another bump draft situation here with the goose gas. Yeah, Gabor's happy with that. That'll help him into the 145s as well. So they tie fastest lap for the second occasion that I can recall. 1 minute 45.88. Oh, gotta be careful on the brakes there, Gabor. No, he's actually aced it there, in fairness. Twincam now just about a second behind. It's only going to get worse if these two just work together.
Yeah, but they're having a great little scrap now, helping each other down the home straight. Twincam won't like that. He'll want to be involved, but if he's too far off the slipstream, he doesn't really have a choice. But Lagutskis is piling on pressure on the back of Gabba, and well, there's absolutely nothing to choose between these two right now. Putting on a great spectacle at the front. Now, they are the closest two on track, pretty much, bar Mad Jester and Hermani. And yeah, a little bit unusual for Mad Jester. He's currently in last place. You definitely expect him to be up there in the top 10 at least, potentially top 5, but he's not having a great day of it so far.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. Everyone certainly has their days where they can't quite meet their usual preferences or expectations. So hopefully Mad Jester can use the remaining time just to get a few more positions and allow himself to reset for his next appearance here on Live for Speed. But these two up front, it's just inseparable at the moment after Gabor took the lead just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, great close racing between those guys. And speaking of close racing, it's getting close again between Rayman and Rony. Rayman's found a little bit of second wind and has decided to try and repass Rony again. So let's see if he can make it happen. Rony wide at the penultimate corner. That's going to give Rayman a sniff that this will be possible down the home straight. And into turn 1 goes Gabba and Lagutskis in the same order they were in. No change there. And there you go. Rony defends immediately. Tries to get Rayman out of the slipstream as Rayman pushes him across start finish.
Yeah, there's definitely... Oh, my word. I wasn't even going to get to say anything before things went pear-shaped there. But the grip of this car, I have to say, that was really impressive that Rony and Rayman were both able to rescue that situation. So the slick tires, I think Rony will be feeling blessed that he had some slick tires on, because if they were road supers, I don't think they would have bitten into the asphalt in time. So Rayman will try the overtake here. I'm sure I feel a little bit guilty about that because there was a chance to break away.
Yeah, these things being proper race cars, they've got the slick tyres on. Good point there, Eoin, as Rayman does make the move, but not without sending shivers down Rony's spine on the home straight. I'm sure that would have shaken him for sure. But yeah, up to P12 then for the Born to Race car. And there's a big scrap going on behind. Yari Katilla currently leading McElroy and Ruby into the midfield.
That's right, indeed. So Ruby... he's looking to see if he can pick off any of these other drivers, but it's a big queue at the moment. No real overtaking points when there's someone in that zone that you might want to fill in. So they'll have to be in a queue now. But Rayman at the top of it for Born to Race. Ruby at the end of it also for Born to Race. They want to try and gain a bit of inspiration from their teammate today and keep working as hard as possible as we enter lap 11 for our race leaders.
Yeah, Lagutskis isn't even attempting to get past Gabber on the home straight. They're just pushing each other down the down start finish. So much so that when Lagutskis first made contact with the back of Gabber on this lap, he almost twitched him into the pit lane. I just caught sight of it out the corner of my eye, and that was pretty close. Yari, Rony, and Rayman 3 wide. Yari in the middle.
Yeah, here we go. Who's gonna blink? Yari in that awkward position, being in the middle. He has to go high. And Rony says, that's lovely stuff, I'll take that. And here comes Monty McCarry out of nowhere. So the Born to Race sandwich has been well and truly torn apart. And it's the two of them at the back. But Rayman in the very edge.
Wide.
If Monty McCarry sees him, oh, this is near impossible. This is crazy into turn 2.
Brilliant stuff under the bridge. Oh, there we go. We lose sight of them through the trees, but just as well, probably.
Yari gets sent wide.
Fabulous stuff.
Oh, Ruby and Rony. Oh, again, they have to slam on the brakes on the straight before anything terrible happened. So everything has changed. Monty McCarry is the new leader of this pocket. Unbelievable scenes there. And we've got the leaders again together. Something has ended the cooperation, and Twin Cam's in with the fight again.
As well. They must have gone off. They must have forced each other off or something. Lagutskis back in the lead, but Twin Cam, crucially, in the lead battle. A 4 wide and a 3-way battle for the lead. Oh, and this is a treat in the FAIK TOPO Cup at Westhill National Reverse tonight.
Oh, we're getting really spoiled today. Twin Cam helping Gabor out. Not willing to lunge in, knowing all his hard work will be fluttered away if he doesn't do the sensible thing until the very end of the race. He's got an A-pillar just in sight of Gabor, but it's not enough. Lagutskis is going to give him that slipstream, and now Twin Cam's going to bump him. So, got to be nice and polite for a bit here.
Oh, Gabor. 3-way bump.
Oh, he has to yield there, otherwise it would have been a collision, as Gabor would have nowhere to go. Lagutskis hits the curb hard there, and it sends him a bit high. He's got to block turn 3 very aggressively, and that's going to help Twin Cam again.
This is outrageous, though, and I don't know how the lead is so massive. Look at the gap between Twin Cam and Michael. There they are at the back of shot. That's crazy. 5 seconds almost. Well, actually, almost 8 seconds. Over 8 seconds. My goodness. Between third place and Michael. These three are in a league of their own tonight.
Yeah, this is absolutely remarkable stuff. I know we have seen plenty of events where one person was the supremo of the day and they dominated. Other times we had the 2 cars going head-to-head for victory, but it's very, very unexpected to have 3 genuine contenders on a very difficult track like Westhill to have a fight for the victory.
Yeah, it's almost as though the 4 drivers that went side by side in the mid-pack decided that the front runners were getting too much airtime. Guys, let's go 4 wide and get some airtime. Well, put some sponsors on your cars, folks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everybody are driving. Everybody here is driving for a prestigious team, so they do have certainly some sort of sponsors or partners that they can shout out for this extra visibility. But yes, motorsports, I suppose we don't see them wearing their colours that often unless it's a very big occasion. So maybe they will think in hindsight, yeah, let's do it for next time, because RTF4 is a great platform to show off your skills.
It is indeed. Rayman is going for a move on Lotta McCarry as Gabba once again shoves Lagutskis into the second corner as Rayman there is back in front of Motta McCarry. Motta McCarry is going up and down. Rayman's going up and down. Rony is going up and down. These guys have been shuffling places all evening long, and Melina, bless him, is just able to drive away while these guys knock 9 bells out of each other.
Yeah, precisely. Well, here's Motta McCarry. He needs to use the turn 3 really to make this move a possibility, because Rayman, oh no, he actually had to back out of it. Well done, Motta McCarry. That was absolutely clinical. And Ruby could make it difficult now for Rayman. Yeah, he's down the inside and he's through. So the teammates have a fight, but it ends pretty quickly in Ruby's favor.
Well, I think the slick tyres on this thing make it so interesting to watch. The drivers are able to carry so much speed through the corners that they sort of managed to overcome all the dirty air that must be coming off the back of it. The mechanical grip is such that the big wing and the aerodynamic drop that most cars would give just doesn't seem to be a thing at these speeds in this car. So really interesting racing. The Gutskas has been in this position before, Owen. He's had this gap before, but now Twin Cam is pushing Gabba closer.
Yeah, it's just so impressive here. I'm really stuck for words at the moment just to express this kind of situation. It does help that the Gutskas was quicker by himself. 1 minute 45.58, a new fastest lap. That was well timed. But now let's check out Lorenzo and TOPO. They've been kind of under the radar today, but they are having a duel for 8th position. Lorenzo takes it into the end of turn 1, and he will hopefully pull out a lead that he can defend, because TOPO will get slipstream and he'll pick his spot for turn 2.
Yeah, we've got pretty much oval racing strategy going on with the top 3. They're all pushing each other around. None of them wants to commit to the lead. It's going to come down to the final lap where we are going to get fireworks. These two on camera still side by side. Lorenzo pushing T-Bug wide and taking over P8. No, T-Bug's going for a send as Gabba has gone back to the lead. The Gutskas went slightly wide onto the third to last, and Gabba has slipped through. Twin Cam remains in P3 as we continue to watch this battle for 8th place. But yeah, changes of positions absolutely everywhere. And we're running out of laps. We've only got 4 to go after this one in tonight's proceedings. A quick race, it feels like. But just a lot of action in not a lot of laps.
Yeah, the action to lap ratio has been very high. Minute after minute, something's been going on. And the Gutskas, he'll be grateful for this bump, because the last lap was one of his weakest of the race, a 1:47. So that tells you he made a mistake.
This is very funny. Whenever Gabba drops back, Twin Cam will push him closer to the Gutskas, and now the Gutskas has dropped back from Gabba, and Twin Cam's like, come on, get close to him, go and take him out so I can take the win.
Yeah, that would be very welcome win for Twin Cam and the Born to Race team to have a new winner in RTFR. But yeah, certainly the Gutskas and Gabor, they don't want to let that happen without their very best performances. Twin Cam just waiting every single lap for one sniff of a second position at least. The man in form in terms of the drivers dreaming of winning more often, whereas Gabor and the Gutskas, they know how to win very, very often. So it is so tough to break that glass ceiling, but he's given it his best possible go.
Yeah, it is hard, especially in RTFR when you've got the same names that can compete no matter what track, no matter what car, week in, week out. As Gabba Unite looks like he's trying to get past Michael, as Martin McCarry is. Who's that in the middle with the very damaged car? That's Magic. Has he been over? I think he's rolled over. Magic's roof's slightly collapsed. He's been over on that
there
car
might have
somewhere.
been talk in Twitch chat about that. Yeah, but he's okay.
Wow, well, Martin McCarry drops to the back of this group. Remember, he was battling with Rayman. Oh, Rony.
Rony missed the corner.
Well,
big mistake for Rony.
Yeah, look at this. Twin Cam has done his job. He's pushed these two back together again and loses out on the slipstream. But we've seen this script before. This is what it's been like all race long. Let's have a look at Unite trying to get past Michael. He's on the outside. Oh, and tries to hold it with that massive rake that he's got.
Yeah. Oh, great exit of the corner. That's a huge boost of power. Unite has R4s on the front of that car. That is certain on the rear. Beg your pardon. Yeah, that's my mistake. So yeah, R4s at the front. Unite on the high side. Sorry, yeah, I'm getting mixed up. Sorry. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, door-to-door contact there, but the inside is open to Unite. He's got the R4s on the front, R2s on the back. Okay, I'm still getting it mixed up. I'm not going to say it anymore. I'm not going to say it anymore. Sorry.
He's got some tyres on his cars, ladies
Yeah,
and gentlemen.
he has 4.
He's got 4
rubber
tyres
wheels.
Some of them are harder compounds than others.
Yes,
as he's on the inside on Michael Malik, and Michael's still managing to hold on. So side by side through basically all the corners except that one where United decides to get into the back of him. Gabba's back in the lead, ladies and gents, while we were watching that unfold. And we are heading on to the penultimate lap. 2 to go once they cross start finish. There's an absolutely titanic battle going on for P8 as well in this race. We've got T-Bug, Lorenzo and Sobis glued to one another. And Twin Cam needs to hope that he can get closer because the gap's up to almost a second. As if Magic hadn't had a bad enough day, he's side by side with Jari Katila now. I'd love to know how he's rolled over and still managed to continue on with the race, to be quite frank. But Magic there on the inside, and well, there you go, through on Jari.
Yeah, how about Rony on the follow-up? He's coming. And he'll have to brake a bit later, though. Jari will have the nose in front for the turn-in before, of course, Rony will have the chance to use that bit of extra banking. Yeah, he's going to use it now, hitting the curb on point, but Jari uses that burst of energy out of the corner and defends his position. And yeah, the battle for the win, it's gone away from Twin Cam a bit. He needs a lap of the gods really to catch them back up, but it's still Gabor versus Laguskas. What a fantastic performance to find our winner today. It's these two so far, but one last chance for Twin Cam if something were to go a little bit unexpected.
We are going to see some overtakes, hopefully, in the final lap. It's like watching velodrome cycling, the drivers tucking in behind each other, not wanting to go for moves until the very, very last minute. And we'll see as we come out to the home straight whether Laguskas is going to continue to do so. He is. He's just going to push Gabba down the home straight as we head on to the final lap here on round 3 of RTFR Season 2 for 2025. And Laguskas has 8 or 9 opportunities now to make a move.
Yeah, and this is step 1 on the journey. A hard braking zone into a tight left-hander with the aid of the back straight here. It's almost as long as the start-finish, just a little bit shorter. But yeah, he's going to make his mind up. If he's committed, he's bumping him, so maybe not here. For Laguskas, he's going to let Gabor take the corner. Is he going to surprise him into 3? He's going to pick his spot. No, he's not made the commitment, so Gabor holds on. Watching though for the very long apex. It's still Gabor in the lead, Pete. And I think he's got perhaps 3 more chances to do it. Here comes the beginning of 1. This corner's too quick, but if he can line him up properly, he can definitely get him.
Yeah, he's running out of chances. He's going for the move. He's going for the move into the double.
Covered.
And covered by Gabba. Gabba put plenty of commitment there. And Laguskas catches the grass. That could be it. That could be his last opportunity gone. The gap up to a car length, 2 car lengths now. And I think he's lost the momentum. Gabba is looking nicely set. But Laguskas, this is probably as far back as he's been onto the home straight. And it could help him cross start finish if he gets closer out of that final corner for the win. But take it away for the final corner, Owen.
Yeah, the very last chance is coming, but it's already advantage Gabor. Just needs to hold the apex. He's lifting. Is he showing off? He's showing off. Is he? Oh my goodness, Twin Cam is coming. Are they playing games? Twin Cam accepts the defeat.
What?
They're playing. Oh, this is the WWE
No.
fix. It's a fix.
Oh, it's a fix. It finishes the way it should. I'm not sure why they were doing that. Mandula is furious in the chat. I don't understand what happened there. That was unbelievable.
Michael beats you tonight.
What? Anyway, I don't understand what that was all about. But Gabba takes the win ahead of Laguskas. Twin Cam takes P3. He could have stolen the win away from them there, but decided to play it fair. Michael Malik, 4th place. Unite in 5th, and we'll let the rest of the cars follow. What has happened there at the end? It's a lot to unpack. So it looks like Jari is side by side with Rayman, and actually Rayman just got ahead across start finish 200. Well, kept the position 200th of a second at the start finish. Rayman there taking P15. But what an unusual finish, Eoin.
Well, Gabor's trying to spin it, saying that it was meant to be Twin Cam to win the race. The two of them seem to play the trick that would have allowed Twin Cam to win, but he's too sporting for that kind of carry on. He would want to win on his own terms. I think that's his attitude. But yeah, Twin Cam did not want to take the victory as was presented, but Gabor, the final boss, gets the win in acrimonious circumstances, but it was very funny as well.
Well, I mean, is there some betting that we're not aware of? We want to get in on that if we can. But yeah,
that'd be a scandal.
That would be. Not sure what's gone on there, but anyway, that is the third round completed, and on the top step of the podium, it is Cyrus Gabber once again taking the win in 32 minutes and 4 seconds, with Lagutskas in P2, Twin Cam third. Michael Malik best of the rest. It was a 13-second gap to Michael to the front, but it was probably more than that considering all three of the leaders were on the anchors up to start finish. Unbelievable. Lagutskas takes the fastest lap of 1:45.58, but only P2 in the race in the end, less than a second behind. Not that made any difference in the end. Unite P5, Thamuli 6th, Soini, Lorenzo, Sobis, and T-Bug round out your top 10. Ruby 11th, Molina, Magic, Rony, Rayman, Yari Katila, Motamakari, Mika Sarkinen, Yunus, and Hamani your top 20. And then over on the second page, it's Mad Jester and Martin Kapal, that DNF, at the very beginning of the race, seeing him exit early. 22 starters, 21 finishes, not bad at all. And thanks to the drivers for putting on an epic display. Don't forget that 4-wide that we saw halfway through. That was absolutely brilliant, and it could have gone a lot worse.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That could have been a hefty accident for 4 drivers, plus anyone coming into the scene at top speed for these cars. So yeah, that could have gone wrong, but it was another sight to behold. As it turned out, everybody played as fairly as they could, and yeah, it really looked great for everybody watching, and I hope they enjoyed it too. But yeah, the podium, I don't think there's space for everybody.
There's not space for everyone on the podium.
No space.
It's not podium, it's victory. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, victory lane. Yeah.
So Gabber is on his side, deservedly on the podium. And another car I want to give focus to at the moment is this car. This is Lorenzo, which should give you a clue as to what's coming up, ladies and gents. We have a series announcement coming up. Please enjoy the trailer that follows.
Démarrez vos moteurs. Is it crazy or not? I lost it! I lost the car!
That's right, ladies and gents. Lorenzo's Retro Cup is going to be broadcast here on Sim Broadcasts round 1 in 2 weeks' time. You can check out all the information on that series on the LFS forum. That is the Race Green Events Retro Cup here in Live for Speed for 2025. And yeah, we're looking forward to that one. Multi-class racing in classic vintage cars here in Live for Speed. Some mods crafted by a number of the drivers in the community. We're very happy to announce coverage of that one as Lorenzo does some donuts to presumably celebrate some coverage of his championship. But yeah, P8 in the race today for Lorenzo. He's put a lot of effort into arranging that championship, so please go and check out the sign-ups on the LFS forum for the Retro Cup, which starts in 2 weekends, or 2 weeks' time on Monday, actually. Monday, the 15th of September. Eoin, I think that's just about all we have time for this evening, but what a race we were given by the FAIK TOPO Cup there.
Yeah, by all means, that was really enjoyable to watch. I did say it would be absolutely brilliant in the build-up, and yeah, I think that was even a bit too modest. It was really fantastic, and I know the ending might go a little bit sour for some people, but honestly, yeah, the order was correct. I think Gabor was a superior driver on the day, and Laguskas from Paul tried his very best to fight back for the win. Almost got it, but it wasn't to be. And then Twin Cam, the people's champion there, just couldn't quite get the job done, even though the door was open if he wanted it.
It was.
I'm
He
glad
could,
he
he
didn't.
could have
I'm glad
reached
he
that.
didn't.
I'm glad he
I
didn't
think
as well.
He he would regret it, I think.
Well, he managed to keep the two leaders in the fray. He was pushing them back together. But he will get another opportunity, of course, in 2 weeks' time. I will get this right this time and not announce the wrong combination like I did at the beginning of the stream. My apologies. Let's talk about what's on screen, and then we'll talk about what's not on screen. On screen is the next round of the Rony's Tuesday Fun Race Season 2, and that will be at Aston North Reversed, but with the Skoda Ferrat Vampire RSR. That is a mouthful. That will be in 2 weeks' time. If you're wondering what that car is, go and look it up on the FS website. It looks like a beast. We'll have to wait and see, Owen. That's at Aston North Reversed in 2 weeks. Next week is the return of Rony's Tuesday Fun Race Extra Large, the sort of longer version of this series, which takes place once a month, and that will be at Kyoto Ring on a custom layout called Banked Crossing with the Prototype 2 mod, the LMP2 mod in LFS. So yeah, I got my stories mixed up at the beginning, but there we are. Cool. Also next week coming up is the Fragmasters GTI Thursday series, so plenty of stuff to look forward to on our channel over the next couple of weeks. And of course, that announcement we made just before that on the 15th of September, we will see the inaugural round of the Retro Cup broadcast here live on Sim Broadcasts. Can't wait for that. Thanks to the Race Green team. Thanks, of course, to World Class Lines for sponsoring and supporting the championship and supporting the broadcast. We really appreciate their support on that. Thanks to the viewers, of course, for joining us once again on Twitch and YouTube. We've been Sim Broadcasts. We hope you enjoyed tonight's action, and we'll see you all on the next one. Good night.
Bye-bye.